Hey guys, Tarek here bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Wolfheze. Playing today, spawning in the north we have Impic, playing as Soviets. Straight away locking into Industry, going for a tier 1 start. Teaming up with him is Minecraft, playing as US Forces, who has heavy cavalry, armor, and urban assault. Facing off against him in the south we have Gomez99, playing as Ostheer, immediately going for German infantry. And Magic as OKW, immediately going for Breakthrough. In terms of rankings here, this is a Patreon backer submitted game. Both of the Allies random team around rank 900. Axis arranged team rank 2000. Okay, so far, double penal start for Impic. Quite curious to go for penal troops and then have conscript bulletins, but yeah, bulletins don't really matter that much in the end. Might be like a couple percent more effectiveness. Doesn't really matter too much. Penal soft retreating away from the stern piles there. Trying to wire off the heavy cover, but interrupted. Right, went with some nice control of the building. Haven't got this machine gun into action yet. A little bit too far back. Could potentially be blasting away with the machine gun on the building. Pyro spotting from long range with their bonus sight. Staying out of the return fire range from the units inside the building. Okay, Fox Grenadiers going for a bit of a wraparound. The Penals do have a pretty big edge over Fusiliers in the early stages before they get their G43s. Would be ideal if the Penals were closer range. Fox Grenadiers should definitely not be closing in. Penal slowly getting chopped up. Has to get out of there. Squad behind light cover also getting quite weak. Looks like the rifleman going to jump back into the building. But yeah, this machine gun looks like it did end up suppressing the rear echelons, gain some more veterancy. Oh, anti-tank grenade coming through. Got to slow down the M3. And there's a pretty good counter to the M3. That's Fusiliers with the early anti-tank grenades. Knock this out now with small arms damage, but the stern piles are dropping fast. It's going to be close. Going to retreat now. Doesn't quite have the anti-tank grenade ready to go again. So that was a very, very close call on that M3A1, but it does end up surviving. Pyro's getting in quite deep here, but getting low in health as well. And we have a mortar out for Minecraft, quite an early one. Stacking on top of this. Has gone for the captain, which is interesting, Sometimes you might decide to save for pack howitzer instead, having gone for captain. Mortar is quite a lot cheaper and easier to keep alive as well, since you can retreat it. Which may be relevant on this map if you're going to try to use it this far forwards. Packowie could be in trouble, not being able to get away. Okay, M3 is repaired up. Troops try and close the distance, but they're getting bullied by the penal troops at the moment. If you're going to be pushing in like that, you really need to be leading the charge with the stern piles. But probably, honestly, with the Fusiliers in the early stages, they'll just try and stay max range. That's where they excel. 30 plus range. And there we go, getting chased away again. A lot of model drops there for Magic. Ooh. Ooh, and then the Grenadiers go down on retreat over here as well. Gomez paying the price. Magic with a bad KD. Could be worse. But this building giving Gomez a lot of trouble so far. He's going to rebuild that Grenadier squad. Has built some medics back here as well. We're going to put down tier 2. Well, good timing for that.
Elite training underway. New units are ready to deploy.
Troops diving quite deep there. Quite an early retreat, but I guess he just wanted to save the manpower. Doesn't have too much cover there to really fight from. Effectively would have to soft retreat over to here. Took quite a lot of damage as he's running across. Haven't seen too much like chase down shenanigans from the M3A1. Those do get limited quite severely when your opponent goes for the Fusiliers. So it is understandable. Probably worth just throwing out the anti-tank grenade there anyway, just so they can't chase you down. Could have perhaps popped the step on it, or overdrive, that's what it's called. There's the anti-tank grenade now anyway. Machine gun not quite facing the right direction. Does get decrewed, but the M3A1 also going down. Gonna be able to jump back on top of that gun, but the Penal's going for a preemptive PTRS upgrade. Holding out a satchel here. Oh, machine gun. No, it's going to retreat in time. Close call though, there's a bit of blocking as they retreat past each other. Oh wow, fighting pit up now for Minecraft. That's keeping Gomez completely off the VP. Gomez could really do with a mortar, I would say. He's gone for a second machine gun instead, however. But yeah, mortar to flush the troops out of this building, just soften up fighting position. And eventually, you know, once it's vetted up, Ostheer mortar with the counter barrage should win the head-to-head battle with the US forces mortar. So you have that kind of mortar supremacy win condition. But yeah, strange to see PTRSs before any light vehicles come out. Generally would not recommend that. Magic does have tech down. Could build a flak half track. But has decided not to. Soviet mortar out for Impic. So that means that tier 2 side tech got tier 3 down as well. Maybe a little bit strange, I think, to go for a tier 2 side tech for a mortar. Especially like at this stage, I feel like there's still plenty of room on the map to go for flanks. You're not completely locked down by just that one MG34. Doesn't have medics yet either, so that's a lot of manpower bleed starting to stack up. Definitely would recommend getting that. Okay, wow, going for an M5. Don't see that too often. A little bit low on munitions for the quad upgrade, but we'll eventually get there. Could also go for the jumbo-sized clown car. Put a couple of squads inside, maybe the Flamer squad. A lot of penals going forwards. Usually just try and do their best. But too badly outnumbered at the moment, even with that nice heavy cover position. Here comes the machine gun though. Suppressing, gonna maybe jump in to the M5 with the penals. I think that makes sense. Trying to avoid getting fousted and managing to do so. Can heal inside the M5, but do have to be out of combat for that. So not going to be able to heal up quite yet. But that can also, you know, probably stretch your manpower a little bit further. You can delay your medics. Just use the half track for healing. entirely sure what the pack was shooting at there. But now it's on the move. Gomez really struggling on his side. Did go for a pack, so that could kill the fighting position if he gets sight of it. But at the moment, no light vehicles on his side of the map. Roughneck coming into the building. Reasonable amount of damage. Forcing the squad out, at least. And now it looks like the Axis team going to go for a bit of 2-on-1 on the right-hand side. Chasing away all these US troops. A large army here for Minecraft, honestly. Perhaps showing how little manpower bleed he's had so far. Gomez also, though, with very little bleed. Though did lose that squad of Grenadiers. Okay, full PTRS action for Impic. Yeah, I would not recommend doing this at this early stage. No light vehicles to shoot the map. Still too early for the medium tanks. Okay, getting pinned. Trying to crawl down the road. Smoke action out though from Impic. Kind of nice to see. A little bit too late. All the troops coming through on the follow-up. Some push quite deep into the Allied territory here. With these Grenadiers. Often have the bars though, and they're fighting hard. Some pretty nasty damage. Need to push up with these machine guns. Quad backing its way into the action. Getting rotating across for that now. Open up. Missing its first shot. Lucky break. Very lucky because bad handling on the M5. Staying within range of the Raketen for another shot. Very easily could have gone down. Previews of the front line is quite low at the moment. Oh, activating the incendiary rounds though. Some strong damage coming in there. Do remember that once you get the veteran squad leader upgrade on your Grenadiers like that, you can use the medkits for free. Oh, this machine gun locking down the flank. It actually works out here for Gomez. Yeah, there you go. Trying to make a dash for the building, but getting suppressed on the way in. Doesn't look like that's going to be successful, but we've got some smoke coming in. We've got some mortar shells coming in as well, so has to give up this position. Tier 3 coming down now, and medium tanks about to pop out for the Axis. Magic around 20 fuel off his. And this is where the penals with the PTRSs are really going to start to fall off. Got weapon upgrades on all of the OKW troops. And they've compromised their anti-infantry damage with those PTRSs. Got chipping away from long range. Here comes the Raketen. Munitions cache going down for Impic. This is a curious decision. It's under fire though. Getting quite low, so is the quad. Oh boy, he's getting blocked by this. In fact, he's not even trying to dodge away. Oh boy. Started to dodge right at the end there. Did not cancel the munitions cache. It died. It's going quite badly wrong there for Impic. Okay, Sherman coming up for Minecraft. Does have a pretty good number of support weapons as well. They're definitely winning his side of the map. Gomez continuously struggling for territory control. He's held on to the fuel for most of the game, but Quite poor victory point control and standard territory points as well. He's coming around the corner here, but the Sturmpowers do some nasty damage up close. Got a soft retreat away from them. Here come the riflemen though. And they're barred up. Support action. Flak Panzer out for Gomez. He's going to have a tough time against that Sherman that's coming in. This could be trouble. Pushing quite far forwards here. Doesn't have much support. The anti-tank gun nowhere to be seen. Oh, it's lucky for him that the Sherman didn't chase in there, because if it did, it would have got the kill quite easily. No snares anywhere near. No anti-tank gun anywhere near. Lucky break for Gomez. Looks like the mortar might have taken down the MG34. Coming in for the steel, but the Panzer IV looking to prevent that. Might even be able to just decrew it. Yep. Have some Fusiliers see to that. Tier 4 coming up now for Impic. Oh, is this in some trouble? Oh boy. Sherman went down to the double packs. Came in from the side. Thought I heard a vehicle explosion there. Wow. Well, that was a nice angle for them. Did not see how the Sherman was handled. But Gomez is getting the kill. That gives his Flak Panzer a lot more breathing room now.
We are losing a sector.
So he's also upgraded his Pios to 5 men. So just narrowly getting away from the Panzer IV. Pushing quite deep in here, but the riflemen coming across to fend off these troops. Would be ideal for Impic to try and get his tier 4 up a little bit faster than he did. You know, nowadays it does give penals a boost as well, dropping their reinforcement cost, which is especially helpful if you're trying to use them in a PTRS role. Now the Flak Panzer getting to work. Here comes the anti-tank gun though from Minecraft. Oops. Connecting once. Oh, the mortar shell connecting as well. Just out of range for the second shot. Major calling in the artillery, and the Grenadiers getting out of there. Gomez has seen the smoke and the ranges from this commander, so should know he's not up against any like super nasty off maps. It'll just be the major artillery, so don't have to dodge in such panicked fashion like that. Easily could just run out of harm's way, since the major artillery takes quite a long time to come down. Doesn't cover a huge area, but better safe than sorry, I suppose. Jackson next for Minecraft. Will allow him to play at a safer range, and it's not like he's really struggling that hard in the anti-infantry department. You know, he's got these well upgraded bar riflemen, as well as the rangers, the mortar to take care of the machine guns and team weapons. So we can afford to go for the Jackson instead of another Sherman. Rifle out. Rifle models were pretty well spread out though, so they don't end up taking too much damage. And now the Grenadiers getting chopped up. Just outnumbered. Not really fighting from cover either. Oh, and the Rangers coming in from the side. You know, they've got that improved long-range performance on their rifles now. Getting the pick off. Panzer, Riflenate into the building. Lobbed it on this side though, and all the models, as you can see, were lined up along the other edge of the building, so the Riflenate didn't do too much, but the building getting very low very fast. Ooh, that was a close call. Getting out just in the nick of time. Okidoki Panzer IV coming across now though, 2-on-1. Here comes the Jackson though. M1 from the side. Connecting once with the flak panzer. Jackson missing the follow-up shot.
A capture point is being overrun.
Panzer. Oh boy, this could be trouble. M1 pushing forwards. Under pressure now from some grenadiers. Oh, where's he back in that to?
Capture point is under attack.
He's back in towards the Axis base. Might be able to get towards the safety of the fighting pit. Yes, looks like the grenadiers are going to stop their chase. Oh, and the KV-1's out now for Impic. And I feel like this is where PTRS penals can actually make sense when they're kind of backed up by a heavy tank. I have actually had that combination be quite effective against me. It was IS-2 in that case, but will be a similar story for the KV. Perhaps even better for the KV. Send your grenade out. Stormtroopers though. Tough retreat path. Do get away. Close call. Recrew on the M1. Try to repair through the flame damage and manages to keep the fighting pit alive. KV-2 coming forwards again. We have a Rakitten over here. Might need a second one though, honestly. If he does plan to stall for the Jagd Tiger. One Rakitten, one Panzer IV might not be enough against the big bruiser. Terrorist penals do some reasonable damage. Oh, sets it up into siege mode there, it looks like. Some long range shots on the Rakitten. Getting some reasonable hits as well. Rakitten pushing forward. Still not quite in range though. KV with the long range mode active. Some good hits going long range. Ooh. Getting quite low, but getting some suppression going. Penal switch their focus fire over to the Rakitten, which is quite low now. KV gets the Panzer IV low, but here comes the pack actually. KV trying to jump out way to safety and does manage to do so in time. Penals get very low from that rifle grenade. But they do survive. Close call, wow. Let's go for that Rakitten as well. If it gets decrewed, I'm pretty sure it's going to die. Weapon health on that very, very low at the moment. Taking a look at the VPs, the Allies do have a lead by slightly over 100, so they're in a reasonable position right now. I imagine Minecraft going to be saving for the Pershing next, which is a reasonable decision. Impic, I would guess maybe an SU-85. T-34 also an option. Okay, repairing up out the back. Actually, there's a repair station back here. So KV repairing up super quickly. Dino's back on the offensive. Panzer IV also back up to full strength. MG setting up though. So he wants to charge forwards for a satchel charge, but no. Oh boy, that's a lot of damage. Oh, that's a lot of manpower bleed. Definitely should have retreated way earlier than that. Probably could have avoided about 5 model drops there. Oh, bar on the ground. Oh boy. Panzer IV came into the wrong neighborhood. Blitzing away to safety though. It does get out alive. Big burst damage. So the Grenadiers managed to pick up one of those bars. Officer coming in from the side. Needs to retreat that mortar. There it goes now. KV-1 kind of switching away from the anti-tank guns. Smoke out onto the machine gun. Officer getting quite deep now. Quite badly outnumbered by the penals, however. Completes the neutralize and gets out of there. Ooh! KV1 setting up into the siege mode again. Nasty shot on the pack all the way out the back there. It's the D crew. Fusiliers coming in for the anti-tank grenade. That should be engine damage. No, not quite enough health. Wow, it must be just on the brink. Here comes the Yak Tiger now, though, for magic. And that should bully the KV2 quite badly. But this is, again, maybe where the PTRSs could be quite effective. Even though the Yak Tiger does have very high armor, PTRSs don't have a very good chance of penetrating. They do still have that deflection damage, which is just some consistent damage against it. Double Flak Panzers making a bit of a move. Jackson backing away at bad timing. Going back in now. Yak Tiger switching across. Is that enough health damage? Oh, maybe the Jackson can finish it off now. Lost sight of it though. Oh, does manage to finish the job though. There goes one of the Flak Panzers. A higher vet of the two as well, so an unfortunate loss there for Gomez. A little bit risky though, driving around like that on anything but full health. Going for Panther next. The Soviet mortar flare coming out, doing some spotting, allowing the US mortar to get some work done. Okay, Katyusha was the next option, also a reasonable choice for Impic. Ooh, pretty good scatter. Catching the stern piles out the back. And look at those PTRS penals getting on top of the pack and decrewing it very quickly and now destroying it as well. That's another asset to the PTRS penals. Here come the rifle nades though. Oh boy, that's quite a lot of bleed. Two coming forward, Yak Tiger switching off to the Pershing, which has now hit the battlefield. So we've got some big tanks on the battlefield now for both sides. Oh boy, that's trouble. Was he setting that up into siege mode there as well? Immobile with the KV2 right now. Trying to get out of there as quickly as possible. Oops. That camera work. Uh-oh. Oh. Yeah, Impic. Paying the price. Trying to set up. Trying to go for some long-range damage. But the Yak Tiger just punishing that with its long-range attack. Officer here providing some nice line of sight for magic. Oh, we've got the IR Searchlight up as well. Oh boy, that's a powerful combo, the IR Searchlight with the Yak Tiger. Oh man, that Flak Panzer is just vaporized. Jackson, Pershing, PTRSs taken down very quickly. Close range Katyusha, Yak Tiger could actually probably return fire from this range. Might have its sight blocked though by the Flak Panzer wreck. Nope, did not. And there goes. PTRSs hoping to kill the IR Searchlight. Unsuccessful though. Can't shoot PTRSs on the move. And I probably wouldn't bother shooting them at the Volksreiters to try and get some anti-tank damage done here. But the Allies have cleared the victory point. Gonna go for the capture axis a little bit behind. But Impic, man, that's very painful, losing both of his vehicles, Katyusha and KV2. You have to be super careful when setting up into that siege mode. Probably almost wouldn't bother doing it. when there's a Jagdtiger on the field. They can just dish out so much damage to you before you can pack up. Oh boy, Panther in some big trouble. Anti-tank gun bouncing. Jackson does not though. And there it goes. Okay, well that definitely helps the allies. They needed a pick off like that. Oh boy. Jackson and Pershing. Gotta be careful. Jackson would die to one hit from the Jagdtiger. Pershing narrowly surviving that. Anti-tank gun needs the AP ammo active, but didn't have the munitions. Looks like he cancelled something to get them back. Pretty close to Vet 3 on that M1 now though. Incendiary rounds activated on MG42, but smoked off at the moment. And the penal blob. Quite effective for how little micro it requires. Pretty effective tactic at these lower ranks. Which is alright, you know, you gotta play to your strengths. Oof. Sometimes. Okay, well there goes one of them. Lack of PTRS, rifle nade dodging. Hurting. Rangers actually pick up the PTRS, I probably wouldn't bother doing that. So I don't think the Axis want the PTRS either, honestly. These US tanks still requiring repairs, and the Allies having to concede a lot of territory now. Impic bleeding just so much manpower from those penals all game. Starting to catch up with him now. He's got the fuel. In fact, he built a fuel cache just recently. Already is more than enough for the KV2. But yeah, hurting in the manpower department. Lost that Zis as well, so with only 2 PTRS penals, he's also somewhat lacking in the anti-tank department now. So it's going to come down to Minecraft to do some heavy lifting in the next few minutes to keep the Allies in the game.
Ready for action. Get to cover. Incoming.
One thing that has been pretty good though about the Allies, you know, they have been using those flares and the smoke on their mortars, which have actually been quite successful so far this game, so it's really nice to see. Good mortar usage. You have grenades available for Minecraft. Might need to throw one to win this engagement. It's a Vet 5 officer. Here comes now. Dodge. Clumped up though. Pershing not quite able to get another shot off in time. Searchlight back on the front lines as well. Oh, connection. Jackson a little bit slow to dodge away. Doesn't go down to 2 Jagdtiger shots, not quite. Panzer IV maybe can finish the job though. Jackson, oh, down it goes. Very slow to dodge back with that, and down goes the Jackson. I think as soon as you take a Jagdtiger shot like that with your Jackson, unless you've got some clear plan of action, you should just be backing away immediately. In that case, he's stuck around for the second Jagdtiger shot. And then the kitten to get in position, and the Panzer IV as well. Very slow dodge. Rocket artillery out now for Gomez. You definitely have the tanks pretty well handled at this stage, so might as well. Just the one lone Pershing. Get some nasty beep done here though. Oh, missing wildly. Wow, 34 kills on that Panzer IV. That is crazy good. Nice performance on that so far. Rebuild on the Katyusha for Impic. Okay, that's an interesting choice. I suppose there are a whole bunch of team weapons in the center causing them issues. Does mean that he has not much to answer back this Panzer IV, however. going to go on the rebuild for the penal as well. I also would not recommend that.
Battle damage estimates show the enemy at 300 points.
Just going to result in a lot more manpower bleed to that Panzer IV, especially now that it's vetted up. Got the rate of fire bonus on the main gun. Probably even a Zis would be a better option, since he doesn't already have tier 2 down. He's charging through the smoke. Good burst on the IR searchlight, but they don't last long enough to finish it off. That flak base out the back. Good job done. Oh boy, officer going down out the front. Looks like it might take a grenade. And a rebuild on the flak panzer for Gomez. Ooh. Maybe one of the machine guns going down for Gomez, I guess it was. Rebuilding the flak panzer at this stage I probably wouldn't recommend. Maybe if you're up against like an airstrike, like P-47s from the US forces or IL-2s from the Soviets, it would make sense, but I think at this stage probably a rebuild on the Panther to go toe-to-toe with the Pershing will be the better option. Should have an easier time now that Jackson has died. Because that's what the Axis are kind of missing at the moment, something a bit more mobile to chase the Pershing away from this flank where it can hide from the Jagdtiger. But it looks like the Jagdtiger is going to switch across to the side. Lost sight of it. Missing. Pushing. No. Getting the hell out of there. And Axis now in the driver's seat in terms of victory point control, about to take the lead. Looks like they're about to branch out onto the third point as well. KV2 though, rebuilt from Impic, so maybe they could go for a bit of split action here. Pershing on one side, KV2 on the other. Could actually be quite successful. Tiger trying to clear out the fighting pit. Should be able to do so quite easily. KV2 though coming through the center. Packle. Connecting. Gotta make sure he doesn't set this up in siege mode. When the Jagdtiger's around though. KV2 missing again. Tank gun pushing forwards, wanting to get some damage on the Jagdtiger, but a lot of Axis troops there. Trying to shut down that option. Put the flare up. KV2 has to be careful though, taking another pack shot. Pershing not having much success either. How long have Pershing's been on the battlefield? Hasn't actually done that much damage so far. A charge in from Minecraft. Looks like he did side tech to Lieutenant at some stage. Oh, Flak Panzer's actually got the suppression bulletin, so that's why he's so keen to build them. With a strike out the back. Ooh. Penal's actually charged through it, narrowly avoid the damage. Pershing did take some damage though. Just the one re-echelon available for repairs. Rebuild on the fuel cache as well from Impic, perhaps explain why he's so low on manpower at this stage. This is a good option to try counter these penals now. The Obersoldaten might struggle a little bit while they're 2 or 3 on ones and they don't have veterancy, but very shortly they will start to just steamroll those penals as they're vetted up. Okay, fragmentation bombs coming through, a little bit late on the dodge, and both the penals go down. Oh boy. And now Impic, he does not have much remaining. Got Assault and Hold activated. Going to turn up the damage. We have some smoke out though, covering the Jagdtiger, maybe allowing the Pershing to do some damage. Charge force for the anti-tank grenade though could lose his Fusiliers for the trouble. Oh, he's actually soft retreating out of there, missing the wipe opportunity. Flak Panzer repaired back up. Tiger inching forwards. We've got flares up from the Fusiliers as well. Flare on flares. Pretty bad whiff on that Wolfheze strike. Second Wolfheze in fact out for Gomez. Once again the Pershing switching off to the side away from the Jagdtiger, and then it's got plenty of room to do damage in that corner. Similar story as well. If the KV2 just, you know, maybe came across to this side instead of continuously coming through the center, could also get some pretty good damage done. Just play away from the Jagdtiger, try take advantage of it having not the best mobility. Getting some nice damage done though. 17 kills now. And prioritized vehicles. Oh, doesn't even matter. Captain taking down the machine gun there, so Gomez. No more MG42s. Gonna go for a double penal in response. I mean, double Panzer Grenadiers. Does have enough for one set of Shreks, which I imagine he's going to be going for. Does need a bit more anti-tank to deal with that Pershing, but generally I wouldn't recommend Panzer Grenadiers against something that has such good anti-infantry capabilities like the Pershing, which also has, you know, pretty sturdy armor. Good chance to bounce the Shreks. Maybe it's like okay against regular medium tanks, which the Shreks have 100% chance to penetrate against. Not the case with the Pershing, right? Oh, that was a nasty Wolfheze strike. Rifle squad down, nearly catching the Rangers as well. Anti-tank gun left out on the front lines, goes down to the green blob. Oh my god! Impic, not again, man. Not again. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Well, there's two Katyushas down to the Jagdtiger there. Can't go for those close range caddy strikes when there's a Jagdtiger just camped out in the center like that. Ouch. Impic though making a good decision next, going for the Zis. Oh, but then just throwing away a penal into the center. He's really lost his preservation here in the late game. Another Wolfheze strike. Oh! Oh, another squad down. Oh, Minecraft just getting obliterated. Try and get the sticky satchel off with Magic backing away in the nick of time. Got the machine gun out back there as well. Actually, searchlight reasonably far forwards, can see almost all the way into the Allied base with that. The KV2, you know, finally somewhat making the right call, I would say, coming off to the left-hand side. The problem is this time the Jagdtiger so highly vetted. Look at the damage it's spitting out. KV2 briefly stopping there. Jagdtiger Vet 4 with that crazy rate of fire, just blasting through, didn't miss a single hit. And KV2 is down. Such a powerful combo, that IR searchlight allowing for that Magic, rotating the Jagdtiger across there quite quickly, and Impic making a mistake there, briefly stopping with the KV2 to get out of range of the Jagdtiger in time. Do have the option there with the Jagdtiger, I would say, to maybe make a bit of chance of being able to chase and get that final shot off. Try and like drive forwards between shots on the Jagdtiger. Uh-oh. Okay, Pershing gets out of there in time. That's a bit faster. So on hold activated again. And then just going for a suicide charge, and it is suicidal. Zooming out for Minecraft. So another Werfer strike maybe out the back. Here comes another one though. This time dodges away in the nick of time. And whatever was over here, I think it was stormtroopers going down to the Sherman. So I can put, Gomez, might have forgot about that. Oof. Getting aggressive. Pretty sure the Pershing would have survived. Didn't look like the Panzer had enough damage to kill if it penetrated that hit, but either way. Scary times for the Allies on the ropes. Su-85 now for Impic.
We have a new Su-85 to deploy.
Boom chap going down for Magic. Wise decision. Oh, and now getting aggressive with the Jagdtiger hitting Vet 5. Pushing all the way almost into the Allied base. Wolf strike into the repair zone. Ooh, nearly. Oh, it does take down the mortar, in fact. Su-85 trying to go toe-to-toe with the Jagdtiger. Not a matchup you want to be taking, especially now there's Vet 5. Look at how quick its rate of fire is. Looks like it was quicker than the Su-85s. What was the gain of Vet 5? I think there might be an outdated description. Allies have done a good job of holding on to this one VP on the far side. But it looks like Gomez gearing up for an attack over here. And for a second squad to get their Shreks before that, though. Here we go, going for a supporting fire barrage into the repair zone. There we go, coming forwards with the Shreks. Doesn't have enough munitions for the Faust, though. As now. One of the repair stations now destroyed. Now Su-85 is trying to go toe-to-toe here, but bit of blocking. Looks like this one going to go down to the Jagdtiger. No, lucky break. It actually misses the killing shot. Peregrine Shreks getting ripped to pieces there by the Jagdtiger Sherman combo. And that's a full retreat from Gomez. Recruit mortar quickly decrewed, and the Allies finally throw in the towel. So Gomez, a little bit passive in the early game, very inactive with the machine guns. Kind of threw away that Panther there as well. A few things to work on. But some very strong Werfer action, just completely obliterated Minecraft there in the late game. Just lost squad after squad to those Werfers. That was nasty. As for Magic, pretty solid game overall. Maybe the handling of the Fusiliers could be better in the early game. Just better off to sit them behind cover against the penals until they get their G43s. And even then, you probably don't want to be like charging into close range against the penals or do too much damage to you as you close the distance. But other than that, overall, very solid play. Strong Jagdtiger action there, and that really just locked out the game. Impic. Bad preservation down the stretch, losing 2 Katyushas. And the KV2 set up into siege mode to that. Really just set the Allies back too far to make a comeback after that. GG, well played. Anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like a good game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good night.